breaking news from CBS 17 News.
A decision from the Supreme Court today that could affect the future of women's health for millions of Americans. Good evening, I'm Angela Taylor.
I'm Rod Carter. Glad you could join us tonight. The Supreme Court sided with the state of Mississippi and moved to eliminate the constitutional right to abortion. Now, in a 6-3 decision, the nation's highest court overturned Roe versus Wade and elected to return those decisions on legalizing abortions to the states. It's the first time in nearly 50 years that's happened. Writing for the majority, Justice Samuel Alito said, quote, "The Constitution does not confer a right to abortion." President Biden today slammed the court's decision.
The court literally taking America back 150 years. This is a sad day for the country, in my view.
President Biden also called on Congress to pass meaningful legislation to restore the protections that Roe v. Wade provided.
13 states have so-called trigger laws on the books in which abortion will swiftly be outlawed in most cases with Roe overturned. Some of those laws will take effect immediately with this decision. Now, several other states also have laws in place to protect abortions regardless of the Supreme Court's decision.
Now, while there's no immediate change to abortion laws here in North Carolina, Republicans in Raleigh say that they will pursue that next year.
We have team coverage tonight. We begin with our Capitol reporter, Michael Hyland, who's live in Raleigh. Michael, this year's election will have a major impact on abortion access here in our state.
Right. Republicans control the General Assembly, but Democrats, including Governor Roy Cooper, have blocked every bill they've passed in the last few years dealing with abortion. If Republicans are successful enough in this year's election, that dynamic will change. Now that the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade, leaders in Raleigh have significant power to put new restrictions on abortion in place. But Republican House Speaker Tim Moore says they won't try to exercise that power yet.
We have elections in November. That's obviously going to have an impact on that. And when we come back, it'll depend who all the members are of the Senate and of the House. But I can feel certain we're going to take action to protect unborn children.
He wouldn't say specifically what that means. For now, Democratic Governor Roy Cooper has vowed to veto any bills restricting abortion access. Republicans don't have the votes to override him. But if they gain 3 seats in the House and 2 in the Senate, they could.
We are at such a razor's edge here in North Carolina. We know if we lose any seats in the House or the Senate, we will lose that ability to uphold vetoes. And I think everyone needs to understand that.
Democrat Sherry Beasley, who's running for U.S. Senate, said Friday that Congress needs to act quickly to put the protections of Roe v. Wade into federal law.
We're facing a watershed moment for our constitutional rights. And we must understand the magnitude of this moment, and we must feel a sense of urgency around it.
Her opponent in the race, Republican Congressman Ted Budd, called the decision a historic victory and said the court is right to give this power to the states. Coming up at 6, I'll have more from Speaker Moore. Just how far does he think the state should go? Are there any circumstances where he thinks abortion should be legal? I'll have his answer to those questions. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. We appreciate it.